reported its first full year profit despite a global pandemic, but fourth quarter earnings were below analysts.
Remember, guys, last year we had a coronavirus around March and April, so Tesla closed their factory for 6 to 7 weeks, but they were able to get it right and come back very strong.
Expectations, and Tesla stock is coming under a bit of pressure here today, though we should say it is still up more than 650% over the past year. Joining me now is Carl Brower. He is executive analyst at iccars.com. Carl, good to see you. So on the conference call yesterday, Elon Musk called 2020 a defining year for Tesla. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. And it's impressive that the company was able to do what it did in such a challenging year, right? Most car companies lost sales last year. They certainly didn't grow them substantially like Tesla did. And they, maybe had some challenges in this last quarter on the earnings side, but I think you have to look at 4 quarters in a row of profitability. As you mentioned, took 18 years, but here we go. We got a full calendar year of profitability from Tesla.
And what about the stock performance we've seen? I mean, what an incredible ride this stock has been on, up nearly 700% over the past year. Even though results are quite good, would you say that we're in a bubble here and that, the stock is just too expensive compared with its performance?
There is no denying the fact that this stock is not being evaluated as any normal, automotive company would be evaluated. Now, plenty of people would say, well, that's because he's not an automotive company, he's a tech company. Regardless,
remember, Tesla is actually a tech company, so they are doing their own design and they build their own self-driving software, and I think that software they can also sell it to other automotive companies. It's very possible in few years to come, because not all companies will able to make it happen. So some companies, yes, they can able to catch up with their self-driving, but not all of them. Some, they will buy it from Tesla. So Tesla still have a chance of making money from other companies who are going to buy the self-driving software from them. Plus also Tesla customers, they will also pay the amount to use self-driving capability.
I feel like it's maybe not even being evaluated as a tech company at these levels, but there are some interesting things brewing, right? I think the most interesting to me is the concept and the possibility of full self-driving. Everyone's chasing that right now. I mean, a lot of big tech companies and car companies, some of them working together, trying to get there. And we know Tesla's trying to do it too, but pretty much on its own without really any other big partner. We're going to see who gets there first. And I don't think there's going to be one day we're going to wake up and it's all done. It's going to be a staged process. But if Elon and Tesla were able to get there either first or among the first, that could be a game changer and could make even the current price of the stock look like a bargain, given the influence that could have on business as a whole if he gets there.
Wow.
And remember, there's also a robo-taxi on the way. So if the robo-taxi, if they get the self-driving right, and the robo-taxi, obviously it will also be on the road. So just imagine Tesla having taxis on the roads with a self-driving capabilities. So it's gonna be a very huge market, guys. Also the semi truck which they're gonna come, obviously those companies, some of them, they're gonna include self-driving capabilities. So those companies, they're gonna just make money out of those self-driving. So it's a very huge market, guys, and not only in US but even in Europe, China, and China is the biggest of them all at the moment.
Hard to believe at this level it would be a bargain, but okay, I hear you. I want to talk about some of the possible headwinds, and I would think it's going to be one of those headwinds would be increased competition. We saw today GM coming out and saying by 2035 they want their entire fleet to have gone.
Sorry to pause here, guys. I don't see GM or Ford as a competition at the moment, or other Chinese companies. I don't see them as competition because the mission is the same, is to reduce ICE cars on the road. So I don't see them as a competition. Plus, how are they competition if they don't even have two models or three models on the roads at the moment? So they are talking about something that is going to happen maybe in 2024, 2025. But what about now? You see, so if maybe they will, if they catch up with the EV market, so what about the self-driving? So there's the Tesla have a different features that ICE cars companies at the moment they won't catch up. They might catch up maybe at the later stage, or if maybe they will end up working with Tesla. Yeah, that way maybe they will maybe in few years catch up if they try to merge their companies with other companies uh, to make sure maybe they make the process of making EV very faster. But obviously at the moment they will just lose a lot of money, guys. Or maybe they can just fire and hire new guys on the block, so start a new refreshed EV, then maybe that way they will catch up.
On electric. So who does Elon Musk sort of need to be looking over his shoulder for in the coming years?
Yeah, there's a lot of collaboration going on from some very powerful entities out there. You know, you've got Rivian working with Amazon and Ford to put together an electric truck that should be out soon. You've got several other truck makers doing the same thing. You've got Ford themselves looking at a fully electric F-150. And then, of course, you have plenty of car companies, too, like Lucid and, even Karma and Fisker, all these different companies that are coming. So Tesla had most of its history as kind of the only game in town as a premium high-performance electric vehicle, and it's not going to be the case much longer for them. And you can maybe get a sense of that. Some of the price pressure we're seeing, on their vehicles, the prices are coming down in certain markets. But then you see things like the updated Model S and the Model X. These are cars that have been around for, well, one of them 10 years. And just doing some updates like he's done, but not a full redesign, if he can continue to sell it at roughly those same prices, he should have even a higher profit margin built in, and he should get some new sales from an updated Model S and Model X. Both of them look pretty good, so that'll help on the profit on those. Of course, he's going to live and die on the Model 3 and the Model Y. Those are his volume sellers, and if he can get the semi-truck thing going too, that we've heard him talking about, maybe the Cybertruck too, but I think the semi.
Yeah, you can see here he's talking about semi-truck. So the semi-truck is also a very big business, guys. Also Cybertruck, if maybe you can check the orders of Cybertruck, it's almost, maybe they're over 1 million now. So you can see the demand there. It's very, very big, guys. But the point here is self-driving car. All those cars, if they add the feature for self-driving cars, it's gonna the feature is gonna make Tesla to double on their market cap, or maybe to quadruple, maybe. But obviously, in a long term, Tesla is gonna take everything with them. So I don't see GM or Ford or Neo or Xpeng competing here. But I don't take them as like some other electric cars like Rivian, Neo. I don't see them as competition direct to Tesla. I see them as a competition to ICE cars, because Tesla, Neo, Rivian, and other ones which are electric, I see them as on the same mission of reducing ICE cars on the market or on the roads. So those ones I don't see them as a competition. So competition is with Ford and GM and other ones. So Toyotas, Nissan and stuff. So they are very slow in bringing their EV on the roads, And when they bring them on the roads, the thing is maybe Tesla, it will be their self-driving software will be regulated at that time. So you can see how the gap that Tesla has already opened. So let's just complete the interview here.
Large trucks got a more long-term potential. These are all things that could help keep him certainly in the game and maybe even a little bit ahead of the game with these competitors that are coming. But Alexa, the next few years is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a lot of competition.
Yeah, I know just anecdotally, I see a lot more Model Ys on the streets here in New York, something I didn't see, just probably 6 to 9 months ago. But what about, I would imagine a tailwind is going to be the Biden administration. Do you think they're going to be a little more EV friendly to the overall space?
They are. I think that the Biden administration will prove to be a more friendly atmosphere. Think about the fact that President Biden's already asked for a replacement of 650,000 federal vehicles to become electric vehicles. There's a built-in market right there that a lot of automakers would love to get a hold of as a way to guarantee those EV sales versus having to hope the market embraces them when they come out. And then, of course, you have China and Europe, who are already well down the path to putting big incentives on electric vehicles. And China is the biggest market, and they're pushing hard. And he's got his production facilities there that he put up in record time. He's got another one going up in Europe, and he's supposed to have production capabilities starting in Austin, Texas this year as well.
And remember, guys, there's gigafactories underway at the moment. They are still building some gigafactories. So imagine the sales from those gigafactories after completion. And I think there will be some other gigafactories that will be built. I heard they are still in the talks with the other one in India. So most gigafactories, if they get completed this year or maybe next year, Tesla is gonna make some very, very good numbers, guys. So I think we'll talk on the other one. So we'll analyze other interviews on the next video. So thanks, guys. Please like and share and subscribe. Thank you, guys.
So there's plenty of production capacity for Elon and Tesla if he can ensure that there's the demand for it. And I think Biden and some of these other factors with China and Europe should help ensure that too.
All right, Carl Brower, executive analyst at iSeeCars.com. Thanks for